Hello guys, welcome back to the channel. I hope you're all doing okay since my last video, and I have a new video for you. 3 steps to lower league football. So now in this video I'm going to be looking at what you need to do in order to at least manage a lower league club. Yeah, so in this video I might not cover everything, but I will just cover the essential things right here in this video, in my first video. So it might be 15 minutes long, it might be 10, it might be 20. Bear with me, guys. I am sorry if I take too long. So we have Merthyr United, Merthyr Town, the Merthyr Town. I am sorry for the pronunciations. I'm not actually English, so all these other words I might fail to pronounce them correctly, but please bear with me. So we have Merthyr Town. Merthyr Town compete in the Enterprise League, in the English leagues, but then they are a Welsh club. So the plan of this entire serve is developing players from this very club and helping this country here, Wales, win the World Cup. I might get sacked. I might get sacked from by the Wales Football Federation, but I'll come back again and help them win the World Cup. So this is my next save actually. This is my next save. It's just that right now I just want to make a video on how to progress in your first few, in your first few weeks in lower league football, because a lot of people find it hard, working with these kind of finances. Look at this. Working with these kind of finances is actually Merthyr Town here are in a much better position, because I've been at clubs whereby the wage was this deficit is more than 100, euros, 100 pounds actually. So, what you need to do here is this is what you need to do is um at least push out your transfer funds. You don't need transfer funds. When you're in lower league football, you do not need transfer funds. From Enterprise League all the way to the Championship, transfer funds are your second option. Free agents, those are your top priorities. You don't need money to buy players in the Enterprise League. Who are you going to buy and for what? You know, if it's a player that will cost you 50k, 100k in the Enterprise League, they're not worth it. There might be a future investment by the time that they grow. You need players now. You don't need players for the future. In the Enterprise League, you don't need players for the future. You need players now that can perform now. So we sort our finances, and we're remaining with 40 pounds in wages, in deficit in terms of wages, and we can see that our profit retention here is 50%, which means the club has some debts. And in the mobile version you cannot actually see how much this debt is, so it's impossible. If you try to pay it off right there and then, it's impossible. So you just have to wait and make sure you just keep on making money each season. You just keep this amount here. You just keep this amount here on a positive, not on a negative like this. Just keep it on a positive, and then you should be okay. After 2 3 seasons, the profit retention should go up by to 75. Oh, it shows. Anyways, the profit retention should go up by 75% or up to 100%. So how do we clear out the wages here? You check your reserves. In the reserves, you don't really need all these players in the. We don't even have players in here, man. Oh shit. I'm sorry about that. We don't have players in the reserves. So what are we going to do? Since we don't have players in the reserves, we just work with the squad that's available. And when when the season comes, like when the end of the season comes, there are players who have their contracts expiring. Let them go. Most of the players that have their contracts expiring are not really worth it. So it's much easier to let them go. So right now, that's the first thing. The first thing is you sort out the finances, and then you sort out the squad. You see who you need and who you do not need. like this player here. If we could sell this guy, we should. So whenever you have reserve players, in my case we don't have. Whenever you have reserve players, most of the times they are young players, which means you can give them out on loan and then change the loan offer to transfer, and then they can go out the club. You can clear the wages plus a little bit of money in, like 2k pounds or 3k, something like that. Like this guy could bring in at least 3k pounds, you see. So that could be used to put in the wages. So let me just do my manager options here. So my manager options, of course, I'm going to be in charge of the match preparations. I like my players, you know preparing for a direct kind of football. So not a lot of managers agree with me on that one. So in terms of the training and everything, I'll let my assistant manager handle those, because if you try to handle everything, you might end up being stressed. So this is what I'm doing here. uh, and then under 24, confirm. So this guy, I'm just going to move him to the reserves and then recall him from his current contract. So if an offer comes in for him, we can just sell him. So our maximum wage right now that the board has given us is £490 per week, which is actually not good enough. Merthyr Town have just been promoted to the Enterprise League, so national to the Enterprise National North. So they are actually an underdog in this league. So if you can make it through the first if you can make it through the first season, then everything should be okay. Yeah, that is that. You make it through the first season, and everything that follows after that should be okay. So I'm just going to set up my tactics. You guys shouldn't really follow my tactics right now, because I'm not a tactical genius. I'm just somebody who spams attacks. I just spam attacks like this. I just do overload fast. This is what I do. I just spam attacks up until the time that they work. Because if you don't, I don't know how to set up a club whereby they use their technique or anything like that. You know, I just spam attacks. That's all. That's what works for me. Let me just reload tactics here. Let me just load tactics. Because of the set pieces, I cannot be going through the set pieces again. So all these things, you need to make sure that all these things, you pick out the players. I'm doing auto pick, but at least my assistant manager is picking out the person who he thinks is suitable to do all these things. So when you go in a game and then you are given a free kick, don't be surprised if your defender comes and takes the free kick, because you've not set this up. You have to always set this one up. And then in the defense, in the what's this in the set pieces, in the attack as well, all this, you have to do all this. You have to do all this is important. All these are tactics. It's just that I've already done it in my loaded up tactics right now. So all this, you have to do it yourself. Nobody's coming to do it for you. If you let AI do everything for you, then it's going to be a hard time. So this is going to be our tactics. So another thing is that once you pick tactics, you go with them. Like the way I've chosen this kind of tactic, I have to make sure that I run with these tactics up until the end of the season, because at some point even though you might start low, 10 games in, no win, or maybe just a few draws and losses, at some point the players will get what you're trying to communicate, and they'll start working a little harder towards the vision of your tactics. So switching up tactics here and there and there and there, uh it's a formula for disaster. You can switch to, if you're having a bad time, you can always switch to a more baseline kind of tactic, like a five at the back, a 4-4-2. Those are safe to switch to because a 4-4-2 is guaranteed that you're going to get a result. But right, I can use a 4-4-2 now, but because I'm trying to play my way. It's not, I'm not trying to forward to the game. It's just that when it's hard like that, switch to baseline tactics. Don't try to tweak up things. Just switch to baseline tactics whereby you use 4-4-2, 5 at the back, like that. Not whereby you switch to tactics that somebody else has given you somewhere, you know because a lot of tactics aren't really plug and play. you know in lower league you face a lot of diversity. There's no diversity when it comes to the Premier League. Most of the teams there play the same type of football, but here is where you find somebody playing direct in the first half. In the second half they're playing long ball. In the other half they are playing, I don't know what type of football. So it's crazy. You face a lot of different personalities, a lot of them amateurs, some of them a little bit, you know like that. So switching up tactics plus your players, you are just going to confuse your players if you switch up tactics too much. So let me show you some players, some star players. When you're in lower league football, somebody like this is your star player. Like, look at the pace. They have the pace. Not a lot of defenders in this league have such pace. Most of them have 8, 7, 9. The most they will have is 11 on pace, and then the technique is good on 8. It's like 14 technique in the Premier League. That's still good. It's still good, but not that good. It's just that it's okay. The technique is okay. So this guy, most of you, if you come in here, will be panicking to say, I don't have a striker. You have a striker. This guy is a striker. He's a good striker. His movement is 8. It's like you're in the Premier League and then your striker has a movement of 14 to 15. That's this decision making good. Everything here is good. This guy, if you play him correctly, his contract is ending next season. Let's see if we could try to agree. If we play this kind of guy correctly, he's the man that will get us goals. In terms of the striking position, we actually don't need anybody right now. So let me check the defenders. Ryan Phillips. Let me not lie to say I've not worked on a save with Merthyr Town. I have worked on a save with Merthyr Town, so I know a lot of these players on a personal level in terms of the game. Like Ryan Phillips here, I know all these players. This guy is just physical. He cannot go anywhere. You have to make some changes when starting a save with this team. The only players that you need are defenders and the goalkeeper. In terms of fullbacks, you have some cover. This guy is good. I know most of these players, they don't seem like they can play, but they can play. Trust me. According to the league standards, these players are very good. 3-star rating according to the league standards. Okay, the stars here are just according to the league standards. How is the player is being rated by my assistant manager, this guy, Andrew Smith. Andrew Smith is the guy rating my players according to the league standards. So most of the people try to sign players according to their star level. No, never sign a player according to the star level, because that player is being rated according to their league standard 1 and according to their club standard 2. Okay? And plus the other thing that affects the current player rating is according to your own club. If you're scouting for a player, your scout will consider your club level 1 and their playing level, that guy's league, the league is in two, and then his club level, you consider that three things that the scout considers. So even if a scout finds a good player who can develop, a good player who's playing good, if if uh if they evaluate all these things and they find that the player is not actually useful, they will tell you that this player is not worth signing. But if you look at the stats, or if you look at the stats of the players, the physical attributes, the mental attributes, you have to judge for yourself whether or not you need that player. Okay? The scout is just there to bring a player to your attention. You are the one who's supposed to be making the final decision of actually signing a player. Okay? So all these ratings you're seeing here, all these star ratings, all these things, they are because of my assistant manager. If I was to bring in another assistant manager, you'd see that all these things would change. So let me try to make this video below 20 minutes, because I don't really want to stress you guys out. So that's that. This is a new save I'm going to be starting. I just wanted you guys to see me through the first few the first few the first few days of lower league football. Move to reserve this guy. We could try to earn some Ks on some of these players, you know. Otherwise, all I need, this squad is good enough a for avoiding relegation. All I need is make sure that by the end of the season, my finances here are in the positive standing. Otherwise, we still have this issue to sort out. So first big thing that you've got to sort out when you're starting a lower league save is the finances. Don't jump to sign players. No, don't jump to sign players, because if you jump to sign players, you will not sign them because of this. Who's going to agree to this? What type of good player that's going to lift you out of these muds is going to agree to this kind of contract? So what you need to sort out is the finances first. One, finances. And then check me out on my next video on another update on how this is going. So this is going to be my new save. I'm going to start it as soon as I finish the Outringham one. This is where I'll start from. Thank you so much, guys, and God bless you for watching my video, and I appreciate you guys. Thank you very much.